loves, it's Devin and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to give you a little Sabrina Carpenter makeup and hair tutorial today because she's been all over the internet. Very viral, very trending, and I think this makeup look is really pretty on anybody regardless of your skin type or color and hair color, anything like that. I think it just looks really pretty on anybody. And of course her hairstyle also has been really trending, really viral, and really pretty also. I don't have all the makeup products she actually uses. I know her makeup artist posts regularly what she uses on her, but I'm going to show you kind of what you can use at home to get the same look and effect of her makeup. And I'm also going to start with hair for you today just because I'm going to use some Velcro rollers, and I like to start with hair whenever I'm using rollers because that gives them time to cool and set while you're doing your makeup. So let's do a little voiceover and start with hair. Okay, so I always like to prep my hair first. This is the Davines medium hairspray. I spray it all over and brush through, and then I'm going to start from the bottom to the top, but you can do the opposite. This is a Marcel iron, but go ahead and use a spring. This is a 1 1/4 inch. I kind of like to take partings close to the size of the Velcro roller, and I curl just straight down and let it out. And then I'm just going to wrap the ends around the roller and roll it up. You can see the width, it's kind of close to the roller, but if you end up getting more hair, that's totally fine. Again, just roll straight down and roll it up. From there, you don't want to pull your hair too much on the rollers, but just gently roll them under and then go. Then I'm going to take more partings, again, kind of trying to be the same width as the roller, curling down, rolling the hair just right around the Velcro roller, and then rolling up. And then I'm going to do this in sections all around my hair until I get to the top. For the top, I'm taking my bangs plus a little bit more because I want these to really curtain bang back, and my camera cut out, but I curled that down. And then you're going to make a mohawk parting and curl back. So you see I'm rolling all these back. This is the whole top section. Roll your bangs down, but then the rest of the hair back. For the sides, I'm going to go down again also and use a little bit smaller of a Velcro roller like I did for the mohawk sections. Again, the bang is the smallest of the Velcro rollers. Finish with some spray, and then we're going to let this cool. Okay, now that we're set and ready to go, let's get into makeup. I have extremely oily, sensitive skin, so I don't do a ton of skin prep. I actually only use an SPF, which I already put on. This is the Every Sunday by Dr. Jart. It's a really matte SPF, which I like for extremely oily skin. This is my second go-to, is the Neogen Airy SPF. For foundation, I'm going to use the Chanel Vita Luminaire. I feel like she's always wearing the Armani Beauty Luminous foundation, which is beautiful, and I think it's really nice because it's not a full coverage. I don't have that. I mean, it's on my list. I really want it, but I don't have it. So I'm gonna go in with this. This is more of a skin tint, so it won't be a totally full coverage, but we can use a little bit of concealer like where we need it. Luminous silk skin effect still because it is a skin tint, but this one has a really good coverage. So I really like it. I'm gonna use a concealer by NARS. This is Light to Vanilla. I don't want to use too much concealer. I just feel like it's pretty when you see people put it on for videos, but really it just gets too cakey when you're doing that like in real life. So I find that just putting it on the back of my hand, kind of getting the product warm, and then going where I need it works a lot better, and you won't get as much creasing all over. Let's go in with some bronzing because this look is just really bronzy and beautiful. I'm gonna use the Say Dew bronzer. So this is really a dewy finish, which is why I didn't want to be too dewy underneath. This color is Swim. It's beautiful. I'm gonna place a little on my chin, my nose, cheekbones, and up here on my forehead, and then blend it out and focus on kind of where you would get sun. So this isn't a contour, this is a bronzer. So think when you're outside and you get some sun, it kind of goes on your cheeks and your nose, and then we'll Blend this into the hairline really good too, so we don't leave a weird white line up here. Okay, next, a really easy step for eyebrows. We just want them fluffy, and whatever color you have, I feel like is fine if you have to fill them in a little bit. I've been using this Refi. I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm new to this brand, but this is a brush. It makes it just super easy, and I feel like it dries pretty clear. So I've been using this lately for my eyebrows since they are dark and I don't have to fill them in. I used to when I had eyebrow blindness, but I don't do that anymore. Let's move on to eyes, and I'm really gonna take it just kind of in the corner of my eye. She has like a really pretty frosty finish, so this will be my base. Again, use whatever you have at home, so you just want something that's light and frosty, even if you have to put a little highlighter in it, mixed in it. Then I'm going to take one of my favorite palettes. This is the Dior Backstage in Universal. I'm going to go just really on those two using the same brush and just bring it out a little bit more. Just in the crease and out, extending out, making my eyes look a little bit bigger, getting that pretty kind of smoky bronze look. Okay, next for eyeliner, which is like the toughest thing for me to do, I'm not gonna lie. She always has a really pretty wing, and I'm actually gonna use brown liner just because I feel like it's a little softer on me, and when I use black it really closes my eye up. This is the multi liner by Tower 28, and I'm gonna get a little brush like this and just get some of the product on the brush, and this is what I'm gonna line my eye with because I don't want to use black. I'm also gonna take a little bit more and kind of start my wing just because it helps me when I do my liquid to do a straight line. So I like to just kind of take it out and do more of a straight line, and then I'll go over that with liquid eyeliner. I've been using this NYX Professional Easy Liner. It's pretty sharp, so it kind of helps get sharper line. So I just take my eyeliner right to where my eyelid is because I have smaller eyes, and that way it doesn't close my eyes off even more by going all the way over. Again, she definitely does blacken her waterline, so if you're somebody with bigger eyes, I would say go for it, but for me, I'm gonna skip that step just because it'll close my eye off way too much. But I am feeling like this isn't quite frosty enough, so I'm gonna go in again with this Dior palette in this white shade and frost my eyes up a little bit more on my lid. And a lot of her looks does kind of a sparkly look, which I'm feeling today. So this is the OG Space Cowboy. It has a little bit of like a beigey tint, so I'm gonna kind of focus that more up where I put the bronzer. And this is my favorite eyelash curler by Shiseido. Works the best for my non-existent lashes. Favorite mascara that I've been loving is by Tower 28. I've used this for a long time. I did like a review when it first came out, and honestly this is what I use every single day. I also love the brown that they have, but I am gonna use black today. I tried to focus more on the inner corner of my eye because I am gonna use a half lash today, so I don't want to have nothing up in here. Okay, these are the lashes I'm using today. They have become kind of my favorite lately. They're just from Amazon. I've used them a lot, but I definitely cut them in half. If you have bigger lids, I would say you can definitely use the full thing and it'll be good, but since my lids are smaller, I always do a half lash. I'm gonna cut this part off, so just this first lash. Okay. So these are the lashes on, and one tip I can give is to really let your lash glue get tacky and dry a little bit before you put it on, because if not, you'll just be sliding all over the place, which was kind of what happened to me today. But they give just like a really pretty full effect in the bottoms, which I like. Okay, before the best part, which is blush, we're gonna contour. Too Cool for School art class contour. I mostly use this one. Sometimes I'll mix it, but I'm gonna go in darker with this little brush by Pony Effect and contour my nose. So I'm gonna do just like underneath. I already have a lot of bronzer obviously on my nose, but I definitely want more of a button shaped nose. I'm gonna kind of just do the top right here, and then we're gonna go back with the Dior in the white to highlight my nose, and I just like to do kind of a straight line. Definitely want that freckle summer look. So this is the Freck OG, and I'm kind of gonna help contour my nose a little bit more with it. So next up is the fun part, blush. We have seen that she uses the Armani Beauty blush, so if you don't have that, that's okay. You can kind of use some different things. Okay, so my camera overheated and I lost all the footage of the most important part, which is the blush. So taking the Patrick Ta powder in just enough, you're gonna wanna tap your brush in, and then I like to tap it on the back of my hand so not too much product gets on your face. Lightly dab and tap this just all over the apples of your cheeks, taking a little bit more if you need it, but not too much because we're really going to apply more here. Taking the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. This is a cream highlighter. Use anything you have. Just dab that on and leave it, and then grab the cream of the Just Enough. Again, tap off any excess, and this is where you want to really blend that highlighter with the blush. I like to use a sponge for this because I feel like it just works better to kind of mix all the product, and the cream over the powder just gives a really beautiful glow back in. This is giving main character, so again, we're going to go in with the powder first. Tap away any excess because we don't want blush blindness around here, and this you're going to apply a little bit higher, so try to avoid the apples of your cheeks because that's where we want the baby pink, but this darker pink, we're going to go back in with the cream and apply that again just up a little bit higher. So we have this really pretty gradual blush effect that she has where it's that brighter pink to the soft baby pink, and that's it. That's how you achieve her blush. I went in with the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder and really diffused the blush. So you can see from like a before and after, it's just a lot softer, kind of blending that out and giving your skin like a nice finished look. I love Sabrina's lip combos and everything she does, so I'm gonna get something similar with what I have again. This is Pillow Talk number 2. This is medium, and I'm gonna line my lips with this. I feel like this matches what she wears pretty well because it's more of a darker rosy brownish tone, so making them nice and full. I feel like my lips look really white right now just from all the makeup and everything, and I just didn't feel like cleaning them off, so I'm gonna go in with the Benetint. This is just like the classic shade, I think, like cherry or something, and just give them a little color. I've been loving this under all of my lip combos lately. I don't know why. Then we're gonna go in with this Kosas lip oil. This is in shade Unbuttoned, so I feel like it's pretty close to what she has. I know she's using a lot of Armani, but I feel like this is similar overall. And voila, our makeup's done, but let's do a classic finishing spray without getting our hair too wet. See if we can do this. And then let me show you how to take your rollers out and how to style your hair. You really want to be gentle when you pull out your rollers, so pull a little, hold the hair, and then just kind of twist and pull the rest down, but really make sure you're holding the base of your hair to pull it all down. Once you get it all out, you really just want to kind of fluff and finesse your hair. It's gonna kind of do weird things at first, but if you keep just kind of pushing it back to where you want it, putting some spray, again this is the medium Davines hairspray, and just kind of fluff and put it back where you want it. Okay guys, that's it. That's the finished look. You can definitely do this at home with similar product or shades that you have without going out and buying anything that Sabrina uses. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, leave them for me down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching.